Hi everyone, my name is Mickey. I wanted to do this video for a long time. In this video I'm going to share my story of how I healed from vocal dysphonia. Hoarseness, weak voice, the condition where you can barely talk, where you can barely speak. I had vocal dysphonia for many years. I really struggled with it. Voice dysphonia is a condition where your voice goes out of balance. You can barely talk, you need to put a lot of effort, and you're very weak in your voice. First off, I want to start by saying this: you can heal from dysphonia. It is curable. No matter what the doctors tell you, and I had doctors that told me that my condition is unfixable. It is fixable. It has to do about your voice habits. And in this video I will share my story of how I healed from it. And if there will be demand for it, then maybe in later videos I will also describe the specific exercises I used to fix the condition. Okay, so let's start with how I discovered that I have the condition. Okay, so how did I discover that I have the issue? Well, I was actually on a trip to Amsterdam with a friend. At some point in the trip he told me that he could barely hear me. Now, I said to him, I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, I don't know that I have any problem with my voice. So he told me, yes, you sound very weak. I always have to ask you twice to return on sentences that you say. Now, until that point, until that moment where he told me that, I had no idea that I have a problem with my voice, because in my own perspective I thought that everything is fine. But I decided to check it. Okay, so after we returned from the trip, we came back to our country, and for a while I still believed that everything is okay with me, until at one point I decided to take a mini recorder like the one that I have on my chest right now. I decided to take it, but I didn't put it here. I put it somewhere in my jeans, and I went to a family meeting with friends, and we talked about everything, and I recorded the entire meeting. And then later, when I returned home and I listened to that recording, it finally hit me. I just heard it clearly. Everyone was talking and they could be heard fine, and I had to really struggle with my voice, and I could be barely heard. And that was the point where I realized that yes, there is some problem with my voice and I have to fix it. Okay, so that was the point where it hit me. Okay, so what did I have to go through to fix my condition? Okay, so I discovered that I have an issue. So naturally, my first, natural thing was to go to the medical institution, to the doctors, to an ENT and everything. So I went to my family doctor. I told her I think that I have some problem with my voice. She indeed told me, yeah, you have some kind of a hoarseness in your voice. Let me give you an appointment to an ENT. ENT is an ear, nose, throat doctor. He's basically the one that is certified to check your throat. They take a laryngoscope. It's some kind of a scope with a camera in it. They insert it through the nose into the throat. They have to examine the physical condition of your vocal cords. This is what they naturally do. So he did it. He told me your vocal cords are fine, there is no physical damage to them, but you're probably not using your voice the right way, so I have to give you an appointment to a speech therapist. Okay, this is the standard procedure that all doctors around the world do. So he gave me an appointment to a speech therapy. The appointment was scheduled for 1 year. So I had to wait 1 year to get my appointment to a speech therapy. During this time, of course, I was very anticipated, had a lot of expectations from this therapy, only to find out how disappointed I was, because after a year of waiting and 8 appointments and meetings with a speech therapy, they didn't help me at all. After doing all these breathing exercises and hissing exercises and throat exercises, I was basically back to ground zero, no progress. So I decided to go and take another second opinion from an expert. Okay, I called professor who is an expert in throat surgeries. Talked to him on the phone for 5 minutes, and after 5 minutes he told me the disappointing answer: you have a psychosomatic disorder. Okay, psychosomatic disorder is basically has to do with an emotional stress that affects your voice. Okay, now there is a connection between the two, but that was not the answer that I was really satisfied with, because I knew that I have no emotional issue. So again, back to ground zero. So the medical institution did not help me. I was very close to losing hope, but I tried to try the online vocal coaches. I had 6 or 7 voice lessons with different coaches, even went to a live in-person voice coach, like 5 or 6 or 7 meetings, still no progress. Okay, so I was very close to lose hope. But I think that was exactly the point where I said to myself that, you know what, if no one can help me, I have nothing to lose. I can try it and experiment for myself. So I allowed to myself to just think outside the box. Okay, the medical institution did not help. The voice coaches did not help. Someone out there might have the solution. I have to search for it. Maybe I have to do it myself. So this is when I decided to go to a journey to discover how to fix my condition by myself. Okay, so I don't want to talk about all the exercises that I tried, because really it's going to take me like an hour. I do want to talk about the moment where I had the real major breakthrough with my voice. Okay, because like I said, I gave up on the medical institution and the voice coaches, so I decided to try for myself. Now, luckily for me, I had days where I had a good, really strong reference point of how my voice should work. It happened on nights when I returned from very loud places like nightclubs, discotheques, where I had to really raise my voice for the entire evening. So the day, the 2 days, the 3 days after that event, my voice was fine. It naturally fixed itself. So at some point I thought to myself that, wait, I do have this reference point of days where my voice is okay. So let's start and look on these days and what is different with my voice, what is different with my breathing, what I feel in my body. So I started to list for myself all the differences that I had in these days, I will call it the good days, and the bad days where my voice returned to the dysphonic, hoarse, weak, whatever state. When I did this comparison between the good days and the bad days, the first time I realized 3 major differences that I feel in my body, in my throat, that really made a difference. Okay, the first, perhaps the most important one, was a difference in my breathing. In the days where I had the bad voice, I really had difficulty breathing. Now I know it sounds strange to you, you say to yourself, what's so difficult about breathing? But I did feel a major difference. In the good days, my breathing was really effortless. I could breathe in voice easily. I could breathe in the air easily, breathe out easily. In the days where I had the dysphonic state, the breathing was difficult and the exhale was also difficult. So breathing, okay, first major point of change. The second one, in the good days, I felt that I had really strong cord closure inside my throat. Okay, cord closure is a topic that so many voice coaches are talking about. It is really very important. So I did feel the strong cord closure in the good days that I didn't have on the bad days. The third one, and it's the last point of change, in the good days, my entire facial area was relaxed. My jaw was relaxed, my chin was relaxed, my tongue, everything up here was relaxed. In the bad days, everything was tense. My jaw was tense, my chin was tense, my tongue was tense. So okay, 3 major changes between the good days and the bad days. So what I did was I just tried to find ways to replicate the same feeling between the good days and the bad days. This was the breakthrough that actually led me to fix my voice condition. In later videos I might explain to you that the breathing is actually the main thing that affects all else, but this is for another video. So this was a really major breakthrough that led me to correct my own issue. Okay, so before I finish this video, I want to send a message here to anyone who is experiencing the same issue and can relate to my story. If you are someone that suffers from hoarseness, dysphonia, weak voice, or any kind of a vocal condition, first off, go and see an ENT. Get your throat examined, see that you don't have any physical damage. Then, if you find that there is no real physical damage, and that it's only a matter of training your voice the right way, I want to tell you it is curable. 100% curable, no matter what the experts are going to tell you. I mean, look at my story again. I went to doctors, I went to voice coaches, to experts that didn't help me, okay? And in this field of expertise, diplomas and titles don't mean anything. The only thing that matters is experience, either of yourself or of people that do have experience and do know what they're talking about. Now, there are so many voice coaches online. I know it's very easy to find those that do know about what they're talking about. I'm going to list some of those that helped me in a moment. But really, there is hope for you. Don't lose hope. You can fix your issue. Okay, so I want to finish this video by giving credits to 3 main figures in the voice coaching industry that helped me personally, okay? Without the help of these people, I probably wouldn't reach the point where I can fix my condition, so I will list them. The first guy that really helped me is Mark Baxter from voicelesson.com. This guy has a lot of very good and informative videos. He really knows how to explain issues. He really understands what he talks about. So I can't thank enough for his help. He really helped me through email communication. He gave me a lot of really good advice, and he really knows what he's talking about. So this is one person you should listen to. The second one, again, I can't thank enough for this man, is Marnell Sample from voiceliberation.com. Again, this is a guy that really he gave me the really good information about my posture, my breathing, 2 main key ingredients that really helped me fix my issue. He has a very good informative channel, and he helped me a lot, so I can't thank enough for him. The third one that I really recommend is Gary Katona. Okay, now this is a guy who thinks outside the box. This is what I really like about him. He has the exercises, the voice building exercises that I used myself to correct my cord closure issues. Many people hate this guy. I don't know why, because I actually think he's a really brilliant coach, and his method works. I mean, his method really works. It really helped me to strengthen my voice, so he's the third one. And the last one, it's not really, I'm not sure if she's really a coach, but there is a girl named Liz Bills. She has videos on muscle tension dysphonia. I'm not sure if this is really the condition that I had, but some of the exercises that she put in her videos I used myself. They really helped. So this girl, I also liked the way she talked about her story, her struggle. I really related to it. So I really recommend you watch her videos too. She really has a lot of very useful information. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, or maybe you want to advise, talk with someone that can give you a guide or something, you can feel free to contact me. If I can give you some advice that will help you, then I'm going to be really grateful for it. So that's it for now. Maybe if I have a lot of demand for this video, I will post more videos about specific exercises that I used. So thank you for watching. Feel free to contact me and see you again.